Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I'm creating a new application here to implement the pagination and removing all the unnecessary code and making a home page and just for you guys. And we will be using CoinLore API in this application, and I will quickly make a helper class to fetch the data, and let's say the class name is API helper, and in the API helper class we will write the method to get the API data. Let's say class API helper, and let's write a function called getCoin where we will pull the data from the API itself. And now that we know the data structure of the API, we will use QuickType.io to make the Dart object of that data. If you are not familiar with this site, you can use this site from link in the description. We just need to paste the data structure in here as JSON, and it will give us the Dart object. We will copy the Dart object and make a new class or file and just paste all the Dart object there, and we will use this Dart object to implement our pagination thing. Now that we have a Dart object, I will pull the data from the API in our static widget. It's just simple logic. You can do it by yourself as well. I will just map the JSON into our Dart object using the JSON decode and send it to our stateful widget. We will use the data to show in our list view builder, and let me quickly create the beautiful UI for you guys. And now we have the beautiful UI. We will quickly create the pagination API, that is load more API, from which we will get the more data into our existing data. For that I'm going to write some methods here which will give me the new link to the API, and later I will use that API to get more data and add those data into our main coin object. And after adding the data into coin object, our mission will be success. So after we get the new API, I will add the optional parameter in the getCoin method and use that URL to fetch the data. Now let's write the code to now the main logic starts here. Now let's make a scroll controller which we will give to our list view, and scroll controller property, we will pass the scroll controller that we just made. And now we need to do is we need to wrap our list view builder with the notification listener. Notification listener is used to listen the notifications. Here we will use the notification of the scroll events. To be accurate, we will use the notification listener to listen the scroll in notification. It means that when we stop scrolling, we will calculate the pixels where our screen is, and if it is on the end of our screen, then we will fetch the new data. So here if it is the scrolling notification, just call the method called check update. Now let's implement the check update method. In check update method, what we will do is we will just make a boolean for progress indicator and just set it to true and false, so that we can show the indicator when the data is loading. And we will do is update true and false. Now main logic is, what we need to do is we need to get the scroll position from the scroll controller. After we get the scroll position from the scroll controller, we will check or compare our pixels to the max scroll extent. Max scroll extent is the maximum pixel way that we can scroll on the screen, and pixels is our current pixels. If our current pixel are equal to the max scroll, then what we will do is we will pull the new data. Now if it is equal, then what we will do is we will get the new API. After we get the new API, we will use our getCoin method to get the data again. And after we get the new data, we will add it to our original coin object, and it will update our UI accordingly. Now that we have write the logic to get the data, let's make the progress indicator while loading the new data. We will wrap the history builder with column and expand it so it can fit on our screen. And just below the history builder, we will add another circle process indicator, and we will control the circle process indicator using our boolean we made before. That is updating. If it is updating, then only we will show the circle process indicator. Then after we write the logic of UI, now we can see that it's complete. Let's check it. Now after I will scroll up to the 100th element, as you can see in the screen, the process indicator has started and fetch the new data. If we load it again, it will pull the data again and again. This is how you can implement the pagination. It's very simple. The basic logic is you need to compare the current pixel to the maximum scroll extent. If they are equal, then you just need to implement your logic to pull new data